We are live. We are happening. I am tired. This
Way
is
to bring the
hashtag
energy
hashtag
to the
follow
show.
this is hashtag follow the conversation episode 58. My name is Drippy and I'm brought to you by my energetic co-host Michael.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
This is the podcast where we talk about what the ever we want to talk about. This is what we do it here. And I probably should have grabbed a Red Bull instead of this thing of water, but water's good for you, right?
I'll give you 25 seconds. I can cover you for 25 seconds.
Nope, I got this. I got a whole bag of some parts of licorice left. I can probably eat some of that, keep myself busy, energetic.
Well, you know what they say, there's nothing more energy giving than water and Twizzlers.
Yes,
it gets a folks stoked.
It's the snack of champions, if I do say so myself. And I just realized that I had the camera on you the entire time. So for the first minute of this podcast, we're just going to be staring at you and hearing my beautiful voice.
Sure.
Does that sound like a deal? This is if you want more of that and you just want to stare at Michael for an hour, email in and let us know. podcast@theculturalpeople.com. And I can do that. I'm the host. I can set this.
Do you have a reason to be tired, or are you just like you were sitting down after work and you're like, oh man, I watched TV too long?
Nope. I was actually playing a video game before the show. But no, actually, I need to go. I'll probably finish this, and an early bedtime does not sound like a bad idea at all tonight. That sounds fun. Sleep.
I took a nap.
Sleep was a good thing.
Yeah, I took like a half-hour nap. So
did you take this nap as opposed to working out, or were you able to get both of them in?
I did both, like a productive human being.
Way to give back to the society, Michael.
Sure. If that's all it takes.
If that's all it takes, then you should be able to hold up your side of the bargain. I mean, that's what socialism is all about, right? Do not ask what you can do for yourself, but ask what you can do for your country.
Yeah, and evidently sleeping and working out for myself makes everything better.
Yeah, so that you can work harder, and so the other people don't have to.
This is the worst. This is potentially the worst beginning we've ever had on a podcast.
This is no way. This is the worst. But in an effort to salvage, what the crap?
Salvage
this fuck. Let's move on to something that we both enjoy. Michael, have you been playing any video games? Let's talk about video games.
Spoiler: I haven't.
Whoa. Well, does being the manager for Baby on the Beat, does that consume all of your time now?
Oh, kind of. I don't know. I guess I played there's a game called Lara Croft Go. I think you talked about it last week.
I don't know. Maybe a little bit last week, but I definitely talked about it last year.
Okay. I've been playing a little bit of Lara Croft Go. That's fun. But otherwise, yeah, with the baby around, it's not that I don't have time. It's that I just am changing the way that I use my time. So if I do have free time, I end up watching something because it's something my wife can do together. We can make fun of TV shows. So we've been watching The Office, Grandfathered, and The Late Show, or The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, or whatever that's called.
Jimmy Fallon does no longer host The Late Show. It is now Seth Meyers.
That is crap. That show is crap. Have you ever watched that? I feel like Seth Meyers could be funny, but his writers they don't have chops. They're not good.
So what? Jimmy Fallon just got the luck of the draw with good writers, and everyone else is terrible?
Have you watched Seth Meyers?
Not really. No, I've watched a little bit. I watched some interviews here or there, or something like that. But
yeah, do you see a lot of clips of Seth Meyers on the internet? There's a reason for that. I feel like it's probably not Seth's fault. He just, I don't know. Jimmy Fallon definitely has the better end of the writer deal.
Yeah, him and Jimmy, though, both came from SNL. I mean, that's kind of where these guys are rising up from. So, you take it for what it is and you move on. I mean,
he can. Other shows that I love are also SNL people, like Amy Poehler for Parks and Recreation, 30 Rock with Tina Fey. Like these are all SNL people.
I didn't realize that Amy Poehler was SNL. I guess I
Yeah.
never really. Huh. I guess that makes sense, but
I've decided
but
in the history of time that SNL is a terrible show that produces a
yeah,
lot of funny comedians who go and do other things that are funny.
that are better than SNL.
Yeah, SNL is terrible, but a lot of the people that come out of SNL are funny other places.
So is that just bad? I mean, think about though. I mean, they've got to put those sketches together in a week. So I mean, that's got to be super difficult to do.
And like I feel like maybe part of the problem is like SNL was probably meant to be watched slightly inebriated on Saturday night, and that is in no way how I ever watch TV.
Mm. Well,
Like, that's the reason that
is,
Jimmy Fallon is on at late at night as well, because the type of humor that he has helps if you're already a little loose and willing to laugh at something really dumb.
yeah, but then like I don't know. I don't even think that Jimmy Fallon is necessarily even universally liked as a comedian and for what he does. Like a lot of people are like, this is stupid. Like some of the people like maybe some of the SNL sketches or maybe some of the things that the other people do. Jimmy Fallon is just more dumb.
Yeah,
And
I feel like, well, I mean, I feel like enough people like Jimmy Fallon. He hosted a show for a long time, then got promoted and hosts the franchise show. I think it's just one of those like you either like it or you don't like it. Like you either get it, you don't, and if you don't get it, you really don't get it, and you actively dislike it. And if you do get it, you laugh.
is that's just humor in general, though. I mean,
But I mean, Jimmy Fallon is. I mean, he's got a certain brand of, you know, it's a certain type of humor that specifically certain people just they won't understand. Literal people don't get it at all.
But yet he's like the biggest of like the talk show hosts currently.
So like, I don't know. I don't know how big company like is Jimmy Kimmel bigger? I don't know this. I have no idea.
Kimmel is a different audience, like you've said. Like you've got you were talking about comedians have different audiences. Jimmy Kimmel's just got an audience. Yes, is Kimmel NBC as well? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Jimmy Kimmel. Let's see here. The ABC. Kimmel is ABC.
Yeah, so they're competitors. So, like, I don't know. I don't like Jimmy Kimmel.
Have you seen some? Oh, really? He's got some funny stuff.
I like some of the sketches that are on his show. I don't particularly think that Kimmel is the thing that makes his show great. I think that he has some good maybe writers or sketch makers or whatever. Like I just before this show, I was watching the celebrities read mean tweets, like a bunch of them on YouTube, and laughing because that's a great idea for a sketch where celebrities read mean tweets about themselves, and it can be a little explicit, but it's pretty funny most of the time.
I mean, but you just said that the writers for Jimmy Fallon are kind of what make that great. So don't necessarily like Jimmy Fallon. You like the writers for his show.
It's all comedy is all delivery and timing anyway. So like what I'm saying,
it doesn't matter about the writers.
No, it does. Have you ever told a stupid joke?
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what you're saying about comedy. At one point, you're saying that it's all about the writers, and then just a second ago, you said it's all about delivery and timing.
I think that if you are going to sit here and analyze this is a waste of our time.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Why should you be wrong about anything?
If you would like to understand how comedy works and the fact that the joke that you tell and the way that you tell it are both important,
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just pointing out where you're not making sense in what you're saying. Like you're saying one thing and then saying another. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I will correct myself. The joke that someone tells is very important. The way that someone tells the joke is very important. I don't think that was that hard to understand.
I'm just
if you have someone that's good at telling jokes and he tells a bunch of bad jokes, still sucks.
All right, fine. Still sucks. Well, we can all get behind that. Man. You know what doesn't suck? Is this video game. It's called Rebel Galaxy. It's pretty sweet. I was actually playing it before the show tonight.
I was curious if you actually played it anymore.
Yep, I I have 36 hours into that game. Most of that is actually me sitting at the computer and playing that game. A lot of that has to do with the fact that last week was a vacation for both of us, but like for me, so I was able to sit down and play a lot of Rebel Galaxy. That game is fun. I needed that little break I stopped playing it for several days, and I needed that break. And wait, not last week, the week before, 2 weeks ago. Man, 2 weeks ago. I took like a week off of that game though, and it's still a fun game. I recommend that game. It's fun. It's just space shooting and like Navy battles, but in space. But it's all in like 2D. If you've played Assassin's Creed 3 or Assassin's Creed 4, it's similar to those ship battles in that game, and those are, and it's just fun. Right now, I'm saving up a bunch. Huh?
There's one of the Irish ones has the boat as well, like the spin-off ones.
The Rogue.
Ones. Yeah, that has boats as well, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Unity didn't though.
That's true.
And I don't think his Syndicate does either.
No, I think Syndicate focuses more on having a female protagonist. That was their feature.
That was their feature. It's like, yay, women. So, but that game was cool. I also played another game. Michael, you've been trying to get me to play this game for a while now. A game called Her Story. This was a game I picked up that was on sale over the winter break, the Steam sale, and I've played that and beaten it. I don't know, because I think I might go back, because I was talking about it yesterday, I think, and I raised a question to myself about, is this really what happens in this game? And so like I might go back to it and like double check some stuff and try to figure out what I can do about it. We'll see. But that game is really cool in the way that it tells its story, and that's its biggest thing. It's short. I put about 3 hours into it and you're done, or you're done until when you are done.
Specifically, the developer I believe said you can stop playing the game when you are satisfied. If you realize at some point in the game you're satisfied, you can stop playing.
Is that actually a developer quote?
I think so. And then the funny part was when the player's like, "How do I know when I'm satisfied?" And then the internet said, "Oh no, our generation is forever hosed."
Yeah, yeah, that's really funny. But no, I did play that game, and it's really cheap. I don't know what it is default normally on Steam, maybe like $5 or something like that. But check it out, it's good. Let's see what else I played.
You said that there's a game called Hacknet you've been playing.
Oh yeah, I'm stuck, and I haven't. I'm kind of like, I played enough of it to the novelty has almost worn off for me a little bit. Like it was really cool the first couple times I've played, but now it's just like, okay, I've seen kind of the cool gimmick of the game, and it's fun. I'm stuck to the point where it's like I don't know if I really care that as so much just to go and try to bang my head against it to try and beat it. I may come back to it, but I'm at this point I am content to kind of move on from it.
You're 95% done with the game and you won't finish it?
Like I said, I'm stuck. Like I just don't have the motivation. I've played enough of the game. It's just like, yeah, this is cool. And it's not like the story is anything brilliant or crazy or anything like that. The whole thing about that game is the gameplay, and I've played several hours of that game now, and I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't see much unless I can figure out a way to get by the part that I'm stuck at easily enough. I don't want to bang my head against it. I just don't have the motivation to do so. I
have a secret for you.
Okay.
Sometimes you can look solutions up on the internet when you get stuck in video games.
Yeah, I could do that.
It doesn't take very long, and you are seriously at the end of the game. I mean, I don't know. I care about like I like to check a game off my list. For some people, it doesn't matter. So whatever. But I just like to say that I beat it. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to do that. It's just. Yeah. All right. Maybe I'll like bang my head against it for like another 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna Google it so I can get past it and check it off.
So if you want to talk about video games, I have a list of video games that are coming out this year that we could talk about.
Okay. Okay. There is something I do want to bring up, and this isn't going to have to necessarily happen today, but at some point on this show, I think that I need to consume this live for the cameras.
For the audio version, it is an MRE. It says Asian style beef. Oh, he moved it. I can't read it now.
Oh, hold on. I'll put it back, and then I will click on this camera thing because I am fancy.
It says Asian style beef strips with vegetables, meals ready to eat, individual, warfighter recommended, warfighter tested, warfighter approved. I can't read the rest. It's too small.
Yeah, we're not going to read the rest of this. My family, so my brother is in the military, and he was talking about MREs and stuff at basic, and so my family, for Christmas, we all of us kids got MREs in our stockings. And it's just kind of a fun little deal. And I haven't eaten mine yet. And so at some point in this show's future, that should be consumed.
Don't pull it, Johnson. Just open it up right now. Let's eat this thing. I've eaten MREs before. I'm curious to see how they've changed in the last amount of years. I don't know.
All right. I'm going to clear some space on my desk so that...
If there's something that needs heated, you need to use the internal heating thing. Do not use a microwave. That's cheating.
Yes, I know. No, this is going to be a life. So I'm going to move the microwave a little bit.
You even have a water bottle.
I have a water bottle.
Yeah, the stuff that you heat usually needs water.
All right, so peelable seal. Let's see if I can figure this. I need fingernails. All right, here we go.
You should just get a knife. Pretend you're a GI and you have a knife.
Yep, I've got a knife right here.
Okay.
There we go. That was easy.
That was way easier.
All right. So
open the package.
Yep, we're gonna open this, and then I'm gonna share with you guys what is inside this. So we've got one giant bag here.
What does it say?
It says hot beverage bag.
That's your heater.
All right. So I'm going to open up. There's a second plastic bag around the rest of the contents. I'm going to open this up. This one should be a lot easier to open. Now this is Asian style beef strips with vegetables and sauce. I believe that's all in this little box right here. So we'll hold that on that. This fried rice. That's what this
is. It looks like they have nutrition facts in the back. How many calories you got in your fried rice?
You know how much is going to be in here. All right. Calcium, blah, 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 blah. Nutrition. It does not.
It looks like
it just has. It doesn't have values. It just has X's next to it, like beverage base, and then like.
What does it say on the other side? Like I'm looking at something that looks like a nutrition facts.
Oh. Yeah, that totally just happened. All right. Serving size 1 pouch. 230. 230 is in the rice. Now the beef, however, is 220. So this is about 550 calories.
Are they each one serving?
Okay. Yes.
Cool.
Serving size is 1. Well, serving size is 1 pouch, and I'm assuming there's only 1 pouch in here. We've got a couple other things in here. I'm going to use my knife again. If I cut myself and start bleeding on this show, you guys will know what happened with my mic.
We're a real show if you start letting blood.
Yes, that's how you'll know. And then you'll know I'm not part of the Matrix. Lighthouse. I can't hear anything in there. All right. What the? Gum? I think this is gum.
What is it? It looks like gum.
It does. I dropped something. Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. Salt. I got a little salt right here.
Sweet.
I've got
salty, I guess.
we all need salt. Coffee, instant, freeze dried.
Okay, cool.
So coffee.
Need coffee. Drink. You're tired? Yeah, just
I'm almost positive. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's gum. Splenda. We got some Splenda.
Okay. Why don't they give you real sugar? Soldiers need sugar.
Moist. I have a moist towelette.
You need that. Everyone likes
creamer for my coffee.
When
Creamer
you
for
have
my
to,
coffee.
when you are in the mud and you are shooting people that are potentially trying to kill you or harm your country or your country's allies, everyone cares about clean hands.
More Twizzlers.
Oh, I assumed you just
It
picked
says
those up off the desk. That's nice.
these are cherry. The ones I have are strawberry. Just all right.
Can you
Wheat
taste the difference in
snack.
Twizzlers?
Yeah.
Twizzlers all
Can you?
taste like garbage to me. No, I don't. I don't. Maybe
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
Okay.
I don't like them.
You would be able to. Wheat snack bread. I'm assuming this is a loaf of bread in here.
That jank is nasty. I've had that stuff.
That it sounds like that's what we need to
I hope
try.
that there's some. I hope there's some cheese spread in there as well.
Chunky peanut butter.
Okay, that's better than the cheese spread. You're safe, but that bread is nasty.
Cheese bread sounds nasty.
It's like
I've had that
eating a.
before.
It's like that bread is kind. If it's the same as I remember, it's basically like eating a piece of chalk. Like it's really dry and powdery.
Yeah. All right. Cocoa beverage powder.
Nice.
So I got
Does it have
coffee
sugar
and
in
hot
it?
cocoa. Sodium, protein, sugar is 23 grams.
Okay.
So that's where you're getting your sugar. Grape jelly.
Oh, sweet.
So there's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in this thing.
Nice.
A spoon. Move my PS4 controller. And this, which is the heat bag, I'm assuming. No, yes. Yeah, heater. So let's see. Remove MRE from pouch, tear off bag while holding the MRE pouch and heater above lines on bag, pour water into the bag. Then
Let's do this.
All right. I've got here's the hot beverage bag. This goes inside the pouch. All right. So I've got several
You've only
different
got
things in
one
here.
shot at this.
Yeah. Otherwise,
I'm not letting you use the microwave. So you have to taste at least a little bit of every one of these foods. And if you want it to be warm, you have to use this bag.
I agree to these terms. This is going to be as live. The water bottle. That's the only thing. This isn't like some water.
If you need more water, I will let you get more water. That's it.
All right. So, man, I got to figure out how to use this whole thing. So I got the bag. I put the heating pouch in this bag, and then I fill this with water.
Okay.
And I think that's what activates the heat. Then let's see.
Are you sure about that?
Well, step 1 is remove MRE pouch from carton and save carton.
Okay. Sweet.
MRE pouch okay. Tear off top of bag. Place MRE pouch in bag with heater. So here's the heater bet is in here.
Okay.
It says in here don't overfill.
There's probably a line.
So this is the hot beverage bag. This is the food bag. Okay. Man, instructions. We all got to read them.
I'm assuming the water has to touch the chemicals in the hot bag.
Yeah, but it says tear here to use bag, tear here to remove MRE.
Maybe the water is only used as a heat spread.
I'm going to tear the oxygen.
Maybe the oxygen heats the food.
Maybe. Let's open this up. All right, this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but do not eat.
Oh, good. Don't eat it.
Don't eat this stuff. So probably if I ate this, I'm probably dead. Because this is hot stuff. So I'd literally just be warming my insides. Okay. So while holding MRE pouch and heater above lines on bag. So there are the lines on the bottom. Do not overfill. Okay.
You're only supposed to fill it up to those lines?
I guess.
That seems really low.
Yeah, fill lines. Yeah, it says on here. So,
I believe the instructions.
Yeah. All right, so fill lines do not overflow. Heater underneath MRE. So the MRE, I believe, is the actual the beef and strips and stuff. So I'm gonna open one of these boxes.
So you're gonna take those out. They come in a pouch. So
let's see what we got inside. I'm gonna open up. This is the Asian style beef strips with vegetables and sauce. So by the way, this is I don't know. Like I've never done an MRE before, so nice. That's everything I need is in this thing. Dude, this is like the makings of like nasty stuff. My brother said that the first time he had to eat an MRE, yeah, I can.
Yep, there you go.
This is, yep, tasty. My brother said that the first time he was doing an MRE, he spent so much time reading the instructions that he ran out of time to actually eat, so he had to like cram it all into his mouth. And
let me tell you the secret about MREs. If I were to eat one and I were actually hungry, I would just eat it cold. Like that's probably what would happen.
Well, and like wartime, I mean, if you're out in the battlefield and you've got so much time to eat, that's probably what you're gonna do. You're not gonna like, here, let me set all this stuff up. But then again, if you do this enough times, you're gonna know exactly what to do, and you're not gonna waste nearly as much time as I am reading all this stuff. So the MRE fold on top. All right, so I'm going to fold this on top of the MRE. And then stuff assembly into carton with top of bag. Wait, what the crap am I supposed to do?
You're gonna kind of like smush it under something so it can get hot.
Yes, I'm gonna put the heat underneath the MRE, put all of this into the bag, and then put the bag back into the carton. And then at the bottom, you can see the illustration. I'm supposed to tip it, and then it'll work or something like
it's a chemical. It'll heat it if it's working. Dang.
So I'm gonna need. Let's see.
You have books right there. A candle.
Yeah.
A Terminator head.
We'll use this. My token companion.
Okay.
From our Lord of the Rings dictionary. This is what we're gonna use. So let me set this in there.
You know what you should use?
What should I use?
Brazinger. That's it for those people that are not listening. That is the Aragon book series. The word Brazinger means fire. It was a nerd joke.
That's perfect. Fire. Brazinger's.
Yeah, I explained it. I explained it for them.
All right. This is the book, Brazinger. Michael, what are your thoughts on the book Brazinger?
I don't remember anything that happened. I remember bits and pieces from the Aragon series, not really any of the main story beats. I mostly enjoyed things like how they dealt with magic and stuff. I don't remember a lot of the individual character moments.
That stuff was cool and kind of original, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I liked it.
The way it all did that stuff.
Like that's the stuff that stuck with me and made me think that series was cool.
All right. Tear off. Place MRE in bag pouch with heater. Okay. So. Do you know, Michael, if I'm supposed to place the whole like liquid thing, I'm assuming place this whole bag into
yes,
and I'm heating this whole thing. Do I have to? So I want to see what's in this rice box. I'm assuming
don't open
it's kind of.
Yes, it's a pouch.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna open the package. Don't open the package.
No, because then I would have this giant mess. Okay, so rice. So this is fried rice. Do I stuff both of them in the bag and put the heater under both of them?
Do you want to eat it warm? I don't know how long it remains heated. So you're either going to have to cook them together or wait. And I'm guessing that you probably want to cook them together, but I don't know how hot it gets either.
Yeah, this could be really bad. I've got a trash bag.
No, I'm guessing if anything, it doesn't get hot enough. That's my guess. So I would shove both of them in there if you want to try.
All right, we're going to do that. I'm going to put the meat on the bottom and the rice on the top, and so the heater will be right next to the meat and the sauce.
Did you eat dinner?
I had a couple bowls of cereal.
Oh, dang it. I was going to make you eat the whole thing if you hadn't.
I will still commit to eating the whole thing if I need to. That's something that I could do. All right, so I got to fit this in. So let me see. Rice.
Have you actually put the heat, like, you need... Have you done anything yet?
Be a little bit tricky. Yep, so I'm putting it in now. I'm gonna put the rice in first. That's kind of stiff. And this bag is kind of small. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the sauce and the meat in here. Right there. Okay. So I'm getting. That's all right. So we got both of them in there. The heater, and on the other side.
Have you put the water in yet?
Nope. That's next. And I can't overfill it. So I think I should make sure. Put the while holding MRE pouch and heater above lines on bag. So that I got to bring them up a little bit because the water's supposed to go down there, but I can't let the other stuff go down there. Okay, so I got my lines. I got that. Holding into bag. It reaches a level between the lines. Okay, between the lines. Slide the heater and MRE to bottom of the bag and full top of bag.
The only reason that you have to slide those up is because you don't want the fake artificial water level being caused by the extra mass.
I'm trying to figure out if I need to put the water in first.
Then before what?
Nope. While holding the MRE pouch and heater above the lines. Okay, water next. All right, here we go. This could get really hot. I'm not sure how hot it's gonna get. All right, I'm gonna move the mouse so that it's on this, so we can watch this whole thing. All right, now you guys get to watch me this whole time. This could make a mess. I am at my computer desk. All right.
Why is he going to make a mess? Can you not pour water into a bag?
No, I'm talking if this thing goes like horribly awry.
It's not going to go instantly hot. Trust me. It's a slow burn.
All right. See if we can get this. All right. Try to get away.
Make sure you pour it inside there. I can tell that you're going to miss.
No, I wasn't going to. It was just I'm just trying to make sure that this goes in correctly. All right, here we go. All right, water's going in.
Watch the lines.
Yep. Let me see here. Guys, I went over.
You'll live, Drippy. You'll live. All right, now fold the lid so the heat doesn't keep escaping. Okay. Now tilt it up on a rock.
No,
tape it. You got tape right there. Tape it.
Yeah.
You're behind you on the table.
Uh-huh. This is just like gift wrapping Scotch tape. All right. And now I'm supposed to slide.
Maybe it needs oxygen. Does it say to shove it? Maybe it needs oxygen.
No, it says to close the thing. All right. I'm shoving the whole thing down. All right. This thing is now in the water, and now I'm supposed to submerge it. I can feel the heat.
Okay, cool. So set it up on a rock.
All right. Let me see here. With the heater on the bottom. Okay, so where's my Persinger book? Fire! All right. It is sitting up on a rock. Crap. I'm gonna get that.
All right, let's move on to a different course.
All right. So now we've had...
You either get to try one of your drinks or you get to try that peanut butter and jelly spread on your cracker.
Oh, that sounds so bad. All right. Holy crap, I can smell it. Yep, that is getting warm. All right. I'm going to move the camera up. So, all right. Whoa. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it.
I don't hear anything. I got nothing. No.
Oh, okay. All right, whatever.
Is it simmering?
Yeah, I can smell it. Wow, that's really hot.
Heck darn it. Just eat the other food.
All right. So got the salt. That's for later. Got the gum. That's for dessert as well. I have no idea what this lighthouse thing is.
Oh, matches.
Is it matches? Did I get sweet matches? It's a paper towel.
Oh, lame.
Oh, or Kleenexes.
They used to have matches in them. They may not serve those anymore because smoking is bad for you.
Yeah, smoking is bad for you. Okay. All right. Yep, that thing is cooking. All right, we've got. I'm gonna have to. Pay attention. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, here's the peanut butter and jelly. Here's the jelly. All right, let's try this bread crud. Oh, this could go so wrong. This sounds so gross. All right, I'm gonna open the bread.
Just think of it as lembus. What is that?
Lambus bread.
Yes, that. It's a wafer. Slide it out of there. Show the camera. Oh, see, that's different than the stuff I've had.
This is like it's like
It's still like wafery.
What the heck? Is that even safe? Okay. It's making noises.
Dude, it's cooking food. There's food inside there. It's gonna bubble and stuff.
All right. Here's peanut butter and jelly. Is this? Can I pull this apart? Nope. This is just one thing. All right. Oh my gosh.
What does it smell like?
It smells like a fish store.
Oh, gross.
All right.
Like a stale fart.
Yeah, maybe. I just got a text from my brother. I'm getting several. He says, "Don't eat the gum; it's a laxative."
Oh yes, you dang it! Heck, Marty, you should just let it go.
That could have been really bad. It's like, all right, Michael, I've got to go. This YouTube video is just.
You know what? Actually, you might need the laxative if you eat this peanut butter and jelly spread on this bread.
Crud! I've got a spoon here. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that to spread the stuff around.
Sure. That seems part of the spirit of the thing.
All right. Check your peanut butter.
You could probably squeeze that out, I bet.
Oh, I wonder. Tear it corner. Yep. All right. So I got peanut butter here. I'm gonna squeeze.
Looks like a poopy I made once.
All right. I'm not going to empty this entire thing. I'm gonna spread this on here and then spread the jelly on.
Does it spread okay? It doesn't look like it. Is that the normal consistency of peanut butter?
Wow, that smells like peanut butter. The peanut butter is actually probably going to be necessary because of the spread.
Peanut butter doesn't really go bad, so I'm assuming that it's probably just peanut butter.
Yeah, it smells like just normal peanut butter.
And I bet the jelly's bread. I bet the jelly's fine too.
All right. A reminder for anyone who's watching this, if live, we have a chat. If you found the link on one of our Facebook posts, there's a link to the chat. You should try and join in there if you're trying to communicate. If you want to share your thoughts about this,
live, doing it live.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try and squeeze this out so that you guys can see.
It's gonna be gross looking, I bet.
Oh, hold on. I didn't get it.
Okay.
No.
You have a knife too.
Really bad. I'm not gonna squeeze this whole thing and have that thing go bad.
It would probably break in the right place, but let's not risk it.
Yeah. I don't own this place. All right, here we go.
Okay. Seems like jelly. A little liquid, but
yeah, but that jelly does kind of separate.
Maybe we should have smushed the package around first.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, that looks...
There's still. Hold
on. Together, they look like a turd I made once as well.
Oh, crud. All right. Are you going to hold me to eating this whole thing?
Well, you said you would, so.
All right, I guess I. Oh.
It's the bread, I'm sure.
It's the bread, but also the jam. I've got some water here, too, so I can try to down it. Is that within the spirit? Can I down it with water?
Sure. We said at the beginning you could drink. We said at the beginning you can drink water. I just need to. We need to see the taste.
All right. All right. I'll take one bite and try to just chew the thing and eat it, and then I'll allow water after that. Here we go. That could have been a lot worse.
Is it dry? It looks dry.
So, the bread.
Yeah. Hold on. Lower.
Very dry. Yeah, the bread is very dry. There's like no moisture to this thing.
I mean, it looks like dehydrated bread, honestly.
Mm-hmm. But it's not like a loaf of bread. Like they just cut it and then stuck it in a bag. Like this is like, I don't know.
It looks like bread they cut, put in a dehydrator, and then shoved in a bag. Or maybe they just didn't use leaven. Like maybe it's Jewish bread.
Mm. All right, Weenie Bud has joined the chat. All right. All right, I'm going for another one.
I feel okay. Hold on, we need to discuss something now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We said that you'd eat everything in the package, and that includes the gum.
Oh.
Eat the bread. Keep eating the bread. We'll get there. It's dessert.
Go.
You don't want to eat that at the beginning. Never eat a laxative at the beginning of a meal.
I don't want to need the water to wash.
Yeah, I was assuming you need some water. I bet you'd want some milk right now, but you can't have milk. It's against the spirit.
The bread does not taste that bad, but the smell is not very good at all.
I wonder if it has like some kind of like non-poisonous formaldehyde like substance or something in the bread.
If you get bit by a snake, eat this. It just says wheat snack, Sterling Foods wheat snack bread.
Oh, good.
You
can just eat it whenever you want a snack.
I know. Yeah, this is totally the perfect snack food. Dude, if this was literally all of my snacks, I would lose weight.
You're just like skateboarding outside and you're like, there's nothing that I want more than a dry piece of like weird bread that came out of some old dude's fishy armpits.
I know! It smells terrible. But thankfully, there's peanut butter and jam, and both of those things aren't necessarily that bad. Like, with just the peanut butter and jelly, you could make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that wasn't that bad. All right. Almost done.
This is a good radio. In the meantime, I'd like to advertise our sponsors, BeyondPod for the Android. They make a really cool killer podcast app that both Drewby and I purchase. They don't pay us any money, but we like to use the app anyway.
Yeah, this is perfect. If you're listening to the audio show, you might just want to check out the video. That's where it's going to be at this week.
Unless you don't want to see Drewby eat a weird piece of crusty old armpit bread, then maybe you don't want to check out the video.
And we haven't even gotten to the main course yet.
That's true. Well, the main course. Here's the thing. When I ate MREs in the past, the main courses were hit or miss. Sometimes they were fine. Like, I bet the rice is fine. The Asian meat sounds like it may be sketchy to me. But I also don't like Asian food usually, so we'll see.
All right, the bread is gone.
All right, out of 10, what do you give the peanut butter and jelly?
The peanut butter and jelly, I'll give a 7 or an 8. I mean, that's not bad.
You give it a 7 or an 8. If the best food in the world is a 10, you give that piece of bread a 7?
No, you said the peanut butter and the jelly. I'm not talking about the bread. The bread is like a
It's a 7 level peanut butter.
I mean, it's peanut butter.
I didn't taste it. I can't like dispute your decision.
I mean, it was just peanut butter. The jam was even still that. I mean, the jam wasn't that great. Maybe a 6 for the jam or a 5, but it's just no. The bread was definitely like.
What does the bread get?
We'll give the bread a 2 or a 3.
So if the bread's a 2, what is a 1?
1 would be like
for scale
garbage. I don't know. Like, what's the worst piece of bread that you can think of? Like, that's still edible. Like, I'm not talking like moldy bread. Like, this would have to be like some garbage, like borderline. I don't know. Like, think of maybe a dried piece of normal bread that's just like hard and crusty. Like, that might be worse. Might smell okay, but all right. So, peanut butter and jelly bread. The meat is still cooking. Ouch. The rice is still cold. I'm going to turn the package over so that the hot water goes down by the rice package.
Will
All right.
will the heater also be still wet?
Yeah. Well, it's soaked at this point.
Okay.
Um,
The water is
right,
what's
so
spreading the heat, though. You just want to make sure
jam in
that the
there.
heater and the water are both touching.
Coffee and creamer, and then cocoa is over here. Should we try? Do we want? Are you going to hold me to the liquids, or should we just go with the food?
Let's let you pick. Drink one of the. Let's try to drink one of those two drinks.
All right. I think activate the FRH. What is the FRH? I'm assuming that's the heater thing.
Sure.
If I already used the heater, I'm not going to be able to just grab the heater out of that and put it into this.
Why not?
Because it's super hot right now.
Be a man. Use a spoon.
All right. All right. Man, that smell. All right. So when do I? How much? All right. So I'm gonna go with the coffee and the creamer.
Okay. What was it? The cocoa?
Yes, I'm gonna go with the riskier bit and go with the hot coffee and the cocoa. I have a coffee mug right over here. Am I allowed to use this?
Sure. Let's pretend it's a canteen.
All right. I'm gonna pour. There we go. I used this for orange juice earlier, so I'm gonna like rinse it out. There we go.
What did you just pour that into?
Another coffee mug. All right.
This is what happens when you live by yourself in an apartment. Things are just there. They're just in places.
I have like a table right next to me that is like for all my water bottles, and like I'm gonna finish a water bottle, just put it over there. I'm gonna finish a soda can, put it over there. I have a trash bag right here, but I'm putting the soda cans and the water bottles over there.
The camera noticed that you just have a full-size trash bag sitting on the ground.
Yeah, and it's got stuff in it. So, all right, so how much is this coffee? This is 1.5 grams.
You need to boil water over an open fire. That's what you're supposed to be doing. There's no... I'm pretty sure the chat is explaining to us that there's no way that you can get that water that hot.
So what am I... So do I have... So am I supposed to just ignore this then?
So go boil some water. We'll assume you have a fire. Do you know how to boil water?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, Michael, I'm going to turn it over to you for just a second.
All right. So I've eaten MREs in the past. When I was a kid, my dad was in the military, and he would have MREs, and he would bring them home. If the chat suggests that he just makes a fire in his living room, he has enough stuff in the floor and like all enough garbage sitting there that he could easily make a fire. I don't know what all he has on that table, but it looks like he has his Bible study, lotion, a candle, and on the ground he has a Black & Decker tool bag under the table, and on the ground he has fire, and evidently he has all of the water bottles and cups and stuff on a table that we can't see. Anyway, yeah, I used to eat a lot of the MREs that my dad would bring home, and we tried different ones. Generally speaking, I remember the pasta main courses being okay, and the rice stuff was okay. I'm still not sure about this Asian beef. We're gonna find out. He's gonna have to eat it all. All right, Juby's coming back. What do you got? Oh, sorry, he has headphones. Now what do you got?
All right. So while that goes, I say we move on to the main course.
All right.
I've got this FRB. Now, am I supposed to pour this onto a plate, or how is this supposed to work? Am I supposed to just
eat it on your bare hands?
What? All right, I'm going to be resourceful, and I'm going to open the contents and pour them into the beverage bag.
Okay.
And then
we did give you permission to use it. We gave you permission to use a cup for the beverage, so sure.
So, well, like you said, I would have had a canteen and an open fire to make the coffee. All right, open this up. This water's going to be hot. Thank you, Persinger, for making this for me.
The chat said that if you started a fire in your living room, you have Lysol just in case the fire gets out of hand, and hairspray that you can use to control the fire. It's true.
Okay.
Just pick it up. It's a piece of. There you go.
Yep. I'm not sure which one this is. All right, this is the rice.
I'm willing to bet that is not heated evenly. I'm just gonna guess. So you might want to mush it around a little.
Yep, I'm going to try and
maybe stir it some once it's in the bag.
Oh, it's dripping.
That is what wet things do.
Really? I would never have guessed that.
It's a tissue. It's not effective.
It's better than nothing. All right.
It's true.
Around a little bit.
Those GIs in the desert with their tissues.
Hey, they gave me some.
There's a paper towel. It's different.
Pretty sure that's tissue.
You can use your knife.
Oh, I've already opened it.
Did you open that long ways? Nice. Just eat it with a spoon. It's already in a package.
Oh, I'm supposed to eat this separate from the rest of it?
The rice?
The rice? Eat the rice separate from the beef? I was supposed. I guess I was supposed to mix them together.
I assumed. I mean, I'm sure you can do whatever the heck you want to do. I just assumed they were two separate courses. I never mix my food. But if you want to, push them both in that bag and then suck the bag like it's a Go-Gurt.
You know what? I'm going to. We're pressed for time here. We're about to be under fire. I'm just going to eat as much of this as I can. Let me get this peanut butter chili off. Peanut butter and rice. That's the way.
I'm just guessing. There's no way that's warm.
All right, here we go.
Hold that rice up to the camera. That doesn't look good.
All right.
Okay. Is it actually like that? Seems like it's way too light brown. Like it's not the right color brown.
Well, that is definitely not cooked rice.
I mean, no, it was. I'm guessing it was cooked. There's no way it's warm though. Like it's not hot. That thing did not get hot.
I'm gonna need more water.
Are you gonna go get more water? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm really gonna go get some more water.
Is it dry?
It is not good.
Oh, good. All right, he's putting his headphones down. He's gotta go get more water. It's good to know that worst case scenario, Drewby could survive if he had to get drafted into soldierhood. He would be able to successfully navigate the contents of whatever he has sustained his extreme girth with the contents of. The chat mentioned. I'm pretty sure they're saying the rice looks like bad peanut butter. It kind of does. It looks. So for the people in the audio podcast, imagine fried rice and the color that fried rice is supposed to be, and then imagine that it's 3 shades lighter. Like it's not actually got like enough like teriyaki or soy or whatever. All right, he's coming back. He has hot water. He's probably going to start making coffee. I think he says making coffee. Hold on, we'll wait on this. How much water did you boil?
I boiled a lot. I've got this mug filled almost to the top.
Well, then it sounds like if you boiled enough water, you should probably try both drinks.
Okay. I grabbed 2 things. I got 2 water bottles, so hold on.
You know, if you're boiling water, it doesn't need to be water bottles, right? Boiling water sanitizes water if that's what you're worried about.
No, but what if I'm talking about. I need to get this rice out of my mouth.
You're just talking about drinking. Okay, that's different.
All right.
The chat suggested that you suck it out like a Go-Gurt as well. That sounds so good. I'm gonna suck this rice out of this bag like a man.
Dude, it smells not good. This is bad.
Eat the bag. You're gonna need the laxative when we're done. Trust me. This makes you have a whole new level of appreciation for our troops, I'm sure.
Oh. This is like our version of the nacho cheese.
He's referring to a podcast or a video content from our sister site giantbomb.com where people were making various sorts of they were basically putting they had a segment called Better with Nacho Cheese, and they were putting nacho cheese on multiple things, including alcoholic beverages, which looked vile to the most literal. Like it looked like gross.
Do I have to finish this?
Yes, we already talked about this. Eat the food, you fat lard.
This is really bad. This is really bad. You know, I came home sick from that cake, right?
Why'd you? Okay, hold on. So keep eating your rice, you fool. Okay, so at work, we received the Mexican New Year's cake, which I'd like to explain. At work, we came to work after the New Year's break, and there happened to be a cake in our refrigerator, and nobody looked at it for a long time. We finally pulled it out of the refrigerator a week later, and it said in Mexican, Spanish? I'm racist. It said, Happy New Year. We waited 11 days after the New Year to even break it open, and evidently it was moist, and Ruby decided to eat a significant portion of cake.
It was one piece.
You're really going to need that laxative. Eat the rice.
What? Oh, don't make me eat the rice.
We already talked about this. Yeah, you can wash it down with cocoa and Asian beef. The chat suggests that it may be undercooked, probably because you suck at cooking food in a patch.
No kidding. Oh, I'm gonna need way more to drink. Oh,
are you gonna explain to us why you have to drink bottled water?
It's just I find it more convenient.
You're killing so many animals and trees and whatnot.
Man is dominant. Man will kill whatever he wants.
That's true.
We're
glad to know that in the survival of the fittest, you are willing to even stoop so low as to eat cold rice. That's how high you are in the food chain.
That was so bad.
Have you even finished half of that package?
No.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna start talking about what I want to. So, we're talking about. We're talking about video games that are coming out next year. You're not done.
Mm-mm.
He just sat the rice down. You're not done.
No.
Do you give up? You give up the challenge?
There's literally nothing in this for me. That is not worth it. That rice is terrible. I will move on to the other stuff. That rice is not good.
Well, I guess this is a flop. I take back what I said about this man being able to sustain himself in a time of active duty. He could not do so.
I don't think that was ever in question.
The chat asked if that was seasoned. Did it taste seasoned? It's just plain rice. Oh, good.
I mean, it was supposed to be seasoned with something.
Okay.
Oh,
quit wasting time here. We know you can drink water. Get the meat out.
Oh man, that was terrible. Well, I'm gonna move on before we get to the meat. While this water is still warm, I'm gonna move on to the coffee.
Okay. Are there instructions? Are you just supposed to pour the coffee grounds into water? I don't know how instant coffee works, honestly.
Ugh. That did not look like coffee.
What color is it?
Did not look brown. Like, not like black, but like poop brown.
Did you pour the... coffee is kind of poop brown. What did you pour the right powder in? What'd you just pour in? Creamer?
Coffee instant freeze dried.
Cool.
Dude, that rice was so bad. Oh.
Are you putting creamer in, or are you going to go no creamer?
I'm going to go creamer and Splenda.
And Splenda, ooh. Taking it seriously.
Let's see here. Where'd that creamer go? I had it. Here it is. Non-dairy.
I'm always afraid. Like, I am personally freaked out whenever I'm eating something that is strictly a dairy product and it says non-dairy, because I don't know what the crap it is. If it's not milk, what is it? Gross. It's something gross.
All right, and then here's the Splenda.
That does not look like enough Splenda for the amount of. I don't know.
Dude, this is gonna
I like
be
my
watered
coffee
down because I think I poured too much water in here. Oh, garbage. All right. For this, because I'm going to try and stay inside the spirit, I'm going to use the spoon again. Holy garbage. Ugh.
We all know in a
All right.
wartime situation, Drewby would require at least 40 bottled waters a day.
Just, especially in the desert. Okay, this kind of looks like coffee. I'm gonna see if I can hold this up here. There you go.
That looks like a nice cup of Joe.
All right.
Is it too hot to drink? I'm personally a weenie when it comes to hot things.
It smells like coffee.
Oh, cool.
It is a little warm. It is a little warm still. I'm going to.
You're gonna pull out that beef while it's still warm because it's only getting colder.
Yep, you're right. Let's do the beef. All right. Oh, garbage. This is gonna be terrible.
You did leave it in the package. Was the package still warm? Like, does it feel warm?
Yep. Yeah, this is warm. Like this.
Oh,
this might actually be better than the rice because this is actually cooked.
Good. Let's rip this open and see you spoon it out of there or Go-Gurt it out of there.
Open this.
You open the rice just by ripping the side off.
It's too hot to eat Go-Gurt out.
I wonder what these strips of meat actually look like. It's gonna be hard to eat with the spoon. Was there no fork in there?
That smells better. I can just use I can use the spoon from the other thing. This smells actually better. Like, okay.
He's continuing to open the package.
All right. Yeah, I've got a little hole in there. I'm gonna take the spoon out of the coffee and then use that.
Don't burn yourself.
Getting some mileage. All right. There's
what the crap is that? Gross.
It's got some like vegetables on top of it.
He's eating it now. He just took a bite.
Need salt.
The chat mentions specifically, it's your brother in the chat. So the chat mentions that you should try eating the meat plain first, test what it tastes like, then mix it with the rice and see if it makes it better. You still have a chance to redeem yourself.
I do not want to go back to this rice.
You are so admit it right now that you have failed the challenge.
I'll try it. I will try it.
He's trying it. Well, he's not trying it right now. He's putting salt, I think, inside.
Yep, I poured all the salt into this meat.
Did you like spread it out?
I'm going to mix it.
Your brother's also calling you a weenie if you cannot eat bad rice. He went through basic. Yeah. He went through basic to give this to you, and you can't even eat bad rice.
This is a different. That's not that brother. This is a different brother.
Oh.
You're talking to the tall one, not the short one.
I don't know. You have too many brothers.
I have 4 brothers.
Yep.
All right. Let's try this again with the salt. I'm going to grab another spoon.
That stuff looks gross, man. Oh, you dripped it.
You're not eating it. Shut up.
You know what? If you are watching this podcast or Drewby himself, come up with something for me to eat next week and I'll eat it on the air. I don't give a crap. I will do it.
That's way too. That is salty.
Yeah, it looks like you poured all the salt in one little hole, and I don't think there's a way to mix it very well.
Hey, at least it'll kill the flavor.
What does it taste like? You've eaten 3 pieces now.
My third bite. It's way more tolerable than the other stuff.
Better than the bread or worse than the bread?
This is better than the bread.
Okay.
The rice was the worst thing of all time.
So this would be the best thing you've ever eaten. This would be the best thing you've eaten.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to open this package up a little bit more and then try to throw in some rice.
Oh my goodness. Ugh.
All right. Open the package up a little bit. All right. I got a good. Here, got a good, nice hole there. See that?
He's got a nice
Rice.
Loot Crate mouse pad on the desk.
Oh.
He's going to pour the rice into there?
Yep.
Cool. He's pouring the rice into the bag with the...
Yeah. Here, hold on. Let me click. There we go. All right.
I'm still explaining it for the audio people. He's continuing to pour the rice. And once again, that rice is really light colored. Like, it doesn't have enough seasoning. Maybe you should just pour the coffee in there, too.
This rice was awful.
Are you able to take a drink of your coffee now? Stop freaking out. You're a soldier, dang it. It doesn't matter if you spill some rice on your pants accidentally.
No, that was like this smells so awful. I could have just ruined this meat by pouring this rice into here. Dude, you have no idea how bad this is.
When we said that, I assumed you would just take a piece of meat and dip it in scoop it with the rice. I didn't assume you'd pour them both together, but you committed. I kind of I admire that a little bit.
If there is a way to make this rice better, this is going to how it's. We gotta just soak it. We just gotta
probably stir that good, and hope that you didn't eat all the salt in your first bite.
Yeah. No, I tried to mix it in and got my spoon in there and stuff. So
take a sip of your coffee.
All right. All right, still warm. That's not the worst. That's not that bad. That's something that I could actually get through.
Do you know what coffee is supposed to taste like?
Yes, yes.
How does it compare to regular coffee?
Hold on. Let me get the rest of this.
He has to drink more water, of course.
I gotta get the rest of that meat out of my mouth.
Your mic is being a little janky. Is that the thing that it does when it... If you unplug it right now, it will break all your virtual audio cables.
My mic?
Yep.
All right. All right. All right. We're so okay. Okay. All right. Here we go.
It still sounds super staticky, but if it doesn't show up on the recording, I guess that's okay. He's drinking more coffee.
It tastes like coffee, like you'd make at church, like with the ingredients that you had there. Like it's like, all right, here's some coffee. Let me pour some creamer in here. Like obviously, you could probably pour more like vanilla or like the French vanilla creamer in there, and it would make it better. But it's like you put like one of those in there. That's what it kind of tastes like.
Okay. He's stirring his rice and meat again because he's about to have to take a bite.
This meal like any, but I hope that this helped the rice. Dude, this rice is absolutely the worst.
How the audio levels look on Audacity? Are they like spiking out? You sound like a robot a little bit.
No, not really. I look normal.
Okay.
There's not much I can really do about it anyway. All right, going back in. This is round 2 with the rice. We're not here. Here we go. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, that's definitely the way that it should be consumed. The chat is requesting that I make a smoothie. The answer is no.
They were talking about specifically making a smoothie with the rice and the meat and the coffee.
That sounds like the worst.
So does the rice enhance the meat or does the meat enhance the rice? Which is the more powerful?
Take another bite.
Or is it just entirely bland? Because it seems like it might just be bland.
The sauce, the teriyaki, whatever sauce is inside the meat, is masking the rice a lot. The rice is still not cooked though. So it's like hard. It's not like soft like it's supposed to be.
Gross.
I can taste kind of more of the rice than I can the rest. Like the sauce is definitely the most pronounced, but the sauce and the salt is helping us a lot. But yeah, that's kind of. But this is definitely something that I can get through though.
Okay, so he's going to eat this. This may be something that becomes easier to cut out of the audio podcast if you see too much silence. Oh man,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is making me thirsty.
Way better.
I had, you know what I had for dinner? I had some really good shredded beef sandwiches with like provolone cheese melted on. Really good.
Good for you.
I bet it tastes a lot like nothing like the food that you're eating.
When's the last time you had an MRE?
When my dad was in the military, probably, which would have been, I don't remember what year he retired, but let's just say before 2005. Which, for those people asking, it is now the year of the snake, 2016.
Is it really the year of the snake?
I just made that up. I wasn't going to look it up before I said it.
Are you committing to looking it up now?
Someone said, Michael, make a smoothie out of an MRE or a bunch of crap that you get at the store. That's what you could do for next week. If you get me an MRE, I will try that. If you don't give me an MRE, you're going to have to make suggestions or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Got to be a little bit more specific than that. And just grab a bunch of random crap and throw it in a blender.
Today is the year of the monkey,
Uh,
2016. One of my favorite animals, personally.
so this is the year that the Tarzan movie is coming out.
What Tarzan movie? There's a Tarzan movie coming out?
Yep.
I'm not sure why, but someone in the chat said Bean Boozled. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
Dude, how much water do you have to consume? It looks wet enough.
That's not what I'm... Oh.
So what else you got after this? Just the cocoa and the coffee?
Cocoa coffee, Twizzlers, which will be a relief. And
real quick, I'd like to rip open the Twizzlers. I'd like to see you eat one of these Twizzlers and make sure it compares to regular Twizzlers. Set the rice down. Unless you care about eating it hot, but I'm guessing it's cold already.
It's still warm.
Looking up Bean Boozled, evidently someone's saying it's a drink.
What the... I don't know where the Twizzlers are. I've lost them. Hold on, just a second.
He's looking for Twizzlers, I think. I don't know. I'm looking up this Bean Boozled thing in the chat. I'm not sure what this is. It's a box of candy and a game all in one. Oh, it's a bunch of weird flavored jelly beans that you have to eat. It looks like it has a spinner on it, and then you spin it, and then you eat a random flavor.
All right, I got the Twizzlers. This will be such a relief.
I'm saying I'm not 100%, but I'm just saying it's possible that those Twizzlers don't taste like normal Twizzlers. They may be fine. They look like vacuum sealed.
They are.
You have a knife.
That just... Yes, I do.
He's looking for his knife. If you don't have it, careful. It's probably open.
It's close. I got it right here. All right.
Safety. It's important, kids. Always use your knife like that. That's safety.
Yep. Oh.
You smell the Twizzlers.
Mm.
A Twizzler.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to taste like a normal Twizzler. All right.
Yep.
All right. So that was a little reprieve. Eat the rest of your rice.
All right.
There are children that are starving in third world countries.
I'm sitting here eating an MRE. Which one has it worse?
It's a good question.
I'm glad. Thank you to the chat for suggesting putting the rice in this meat.
That's the only way you would have made it through this challenge alive, or being a quitter without being a quitter.
It's a challenge of like weird jelly beans. Huh? Where would you get weird jelly beans around here?
It looks like it's a thing you just order off Amazon. It's called Bean Boozled. It's a game. Jelly Belly, jelly beans, dare to compare. Contains weird and wild flavors. I'm trying to zoom in on the picture to see what kind of flavors that they're suggesting here. But the way that the image is working, it's not letting me. I'm just gonna keep searching around. Soda. No, that's not what I want. I don't know. I don't know how to Google.
Googling's hard. Down with some coffee. Still warm.
So coffee. Is the water still hot? You should probably turn the boiler back on for your cocoa.
The water's still going to be hot. This water's still hot, so.
Okay. How much rice do you have left, man?
Let me see if I can hold it up for you guys. I'm getting closer, but
Okay. You're eating slow. If you were in the military, you'd have bullets flying over your head. You'd probably eat a little faster. There we go. Chowing down like a sumo wrestler. Don't throw up. That's so gross. In the meantime, while Droopy's taking a drink of his water, I'd like to bring forth the actual advertisement for the show. Droopy's name is Andrew Hall. He is single and ready to mingle. He is 23 and he is looking for a girlfriend. This is the type of things he likes to do in his spare time, and also this is a look into the personal life of Droopy. You can see his home behind you. He has such nice features as a Terminator skull, an electric guitar that is covered in dust because of its frequent use, and a couch with a blanket on it for when he falls asleep and doesn't feel like getting up and walking to bed. Done. He's nailed the rice and the meat. He's successfully accomplished this part of the challenge. He's even eating this. He's even scooping the bottom. He's doing his due diligence.
all right.
If you were to date Droopy, this is the type of man that he is. He commits and he gets stuff done.
Oh, gross.
And also, if you do happen to date Droopy, know that he drinks evidently absurd amounts of bottled water every day. You should probably invest in a water filter. That's what I'm saying. I think this is his third bottle he's drank. Maybe fourth since he's been sitting here.
I've already got to pee. All right. Oh, coffee. Oh. All right, so as of now, I'm gonna have some twisters just a second. I got coffee, I've got cocoa, and I've got the gum. And the gum is going to be the last thing I eat.
What did you just put in your mouth? A Twizzler?
Yeah, I put some Twizzlers in here.
Okay.
Question for the chat: is it a fast-acting laxative? And how late should I stay up tonight so that I don't poop my pants in the middle of the night? Because that would not be good.
I honestly don't think you should answer that, chat. You should probably check that coffee since you have it ready.
Can I have just a teeny bit of a break here?
No. How long do you want this freaking podcast to last? How long have we been going already? I got crap to do.
Still really hot. It is definitely very watered down. I'm going to continue.
Is that good? Do you like bitter coffee?
I don't know which would be better, watered down or strong. This is probably better, so I probably screwed it up.
Are you gonna go get another mug and start making your chocolate or whatever?
I'm gonna go fill it up right now. One sec.
Things that Droopy likes to do in his personal time. He likes short walks on the beach, eating weird food, falling asleep on his couch, which, as you can see, When Drewby stands up, he is about 6'6". So if you like tall guys, he's a good choice. His couch is a love seat though, so how he somehow sleeps on the couch is absurd. Back there, he has a diploma. He is an educated human being. He went to Metropolitan Community College. He has an associate's degree in electronic technology or something. I mentioned before he has an electric guitar back there, but now you can see that he also has an acoustic guitar. So he cannot just soothe you with the power of rock. He can soothe you with the warm sounds of an acoustic guitar. And he's back. Did you just heat the water up again? What'd you do?
Yeah, I gotta heat the water up again. It got too cold.
Okay. So you got Twizzlers, laxative, and 2 drinks.
2 drinks. Man. After I finish this coffee, may have to take a potty break. Just for the fact that I've been drinking a lot. Dude, that rice was the worst. I haven't tasted the cocoa yet. I'm assuming it's going to be better than that rice, but that rice was the worst.
Unfortunately, I just looked something up, and evidently, Army myths, MRE gum is a laxative. There's a lot of lore surrounding MREs. One prominent myth is that chewing gum contained in every MRE is a laxative. That's not true.
This isn't a laxative?
No, the gum is not a laxative.
Huh. For minty breath after the end. Ugh. Nice. Some flavors of the Bean Boozled are, and this is from the chat, stinky socks or tutti frutti lawn clippings, or lime rotten egg, buttered popcorn toothpaste, berry blue barf, peach canned dog food, chocolate pudding booger, juicy bear moldy cheese, caramel corn skunk spray, or licorice.
If someone can get that thing into my hands, I will try it on the show next week. I'm not just gonna.
That doesn't sound fair because that's like a little bit, as opposed to everything that I had to eat.
I'm not making the challenge up. If someone hands me something, I will eat it on air. We'll just talk. That's what we'll say. If someone hands me food, I will eat it on air if that's their request. Tutti Frutti Lawn Clippings also was the name of I played bass for them in high school. Also because, the chat mentions that because there's no comments and all of those, it's actually all one flavor. Stinky Socks, Tutti Frutti Lawn Clippings, Lime Rotten Egg, Butter Popcorn Toothpaste, Berry Lime Blue Barf, Peach Can, Frog Food, Chocolate Pudding, Booger, Juicy Pear, Moldy Cheese, Caramel Corn, Skunk Spray, Licorice Flavored Jelly Beans.
All right, how many are we talking? Lots of jelly beans?
I don't know. I didn't make the challenge up. It's the chat.
You should Google it. You have the internet.
Oh, dang it. I thought Tutti Frutti Lawn Clipping was all one flavor. Evidently, Tutti Frutti is one flavor and lawn clipping. Is it Tutti Frutti, like the song, or is it Tutti Frutti, like the butt thing? The thing you do with your butt. Fruit, not toot.
I'm so done. This was a bad idea. I should not have committed to this.
We could have talked about video games. You were the host of the show. We could have done that, but
yeah, you're the one. I said we could do this later, and you're the one who's like, let's do this now.
Well, because you talked about it already. Our podcast doesn't have enough followers where we can tease something.
This might have been worth it. Or now they know what to expect.
I'm looking at a picture someone sent me.
I'm done with it. Not done with it. Like, I want to be done with it.
In the meantime, I think that there's something while you're chugging your coffee that we could talk about just briefly. I don't want to down the entire podcast, but today it was announced that last night David Bowie passed away. So, David Bowie, famed musician and performer, died at 69 of a secret battle with cancer. The thing that survived him was in his he just released an album Friday, and it appears that the album was written knowing that his death was inevitable and soon. And the album is actually almost like it was written to be heard posthumously. It's actually a very interesting musical thing if you want to check that out. David Bowie's known for all kinds of creativity and crazy things that he's done over the years. He inspired stuff like another podcast we have on this network called I Can't Know Music, I'll Know Music, which is a podcast that I do with one of my brother-in-laws, and it is about music, but like the name comes from the movie Band Slam, which is the last full-length film that David Bowie was in, and one of our staples on the show is that we cover David Bowie albums and go over each one and talk about what it means and stuff like that. So it's a sad day for that situation. In the meantime, Drew B has walked off screen. He went into the kitchen briefly. I'm not sure if he turned the water off or what, but then he disappeared. Presumably he is urinating. For those ladies that are listening that would like to candidate Drew B as a potential a suitor, one of his strengths is that he is able to hold his urine for significant amounts of time. As you've seen on this episode, he has drank upwards of 4 bottles of water and was able to go the entire length of this podcast and presumably time before this without urinating, which is a benefit. Like if you want to go on a road trip, that's useful. Looking at the chat. Oh no. Somebody sent a link in the chat to the Bean Boozled jelly beans. Yeah, there's some other flavors. No, these are the flavors that he listed. Okay, so we're good. I think we read them all. In the meantime, in case you're wondering, baby on the beat. My baby was born. She's 5 weeks old. She's sleeping in the next room over. She's peaceful. She doesn't have to know that her dad does this for a living. Drewby's sitting down. He appears to be back. What do you have? Is that your coffee?
The coffee is gone.
Where did you pour it down the toilet?
Nope, I peed down the toilet.
Okay.
I drank the coffee.
Good. All right, so do you have the cocoa in front of you now? Is that what that is?
I've got the hot water.
Okay. Why do those Twizzlers look like pills?
Because
Are they mini Twizzlers or something?
Yeah, Chewies. Have you ever had cherry chewy Twizzlers?
No, I don't like Twizzlers.
Oh. Yeah, that's
What are you opening that for?
directions for use allow just chemically purified. What? Directions for use allow water just chemically purified to stand 30 minutes before adding to beverage powder. Tear pouch at notches, open zipper.
It's saying to boil the water first.
I've already got boiled water because I've got a campfire.
What you don't know, folks, is that there's actually a campfire in his kitchen over there. That's why he keeps going in there. He has to stoke it. It's not to get more bottles of water.
I could use more water.
How much powder is in that package? It looks like a lot.
A lot.
How does it smell?
Smells like cocoa.
Oh, good. I mean, I imagine it can't be that much different than regular dried cocoa powder.
I did get a little bit. It's hard to get out of here.
It looks like Brazinger got some cocoa. That's fine.
Yeah, Brazinger's got some cocoa on here.
You have a spoon. Where's that spoon? Where did you put your spoon?
All right, I'm going to call that good. The spoon still in the meat. I'm going to grab that.
Was that in your garbage can?
Not the spoon.
Okay.
But the meat was. The spoon was in the bag. All right. Here we go.
He's just adjusting the camera so we can see the cocoa, folks. Stirring the cocoa. It appears to look like normal cocoa. The lame thing is that there's no mini marshmallows, but I think that will live.
Yeah. You know, our brave men and women in uniform don't necessarily have mini marshmallows either. So Neither do I.
These are the sacrifices they have to make for freedom.
No mini marshmallows. Oh, this was a bad thing. All right, I'm gonna get this book off this desk. I don't need this anymore. Nice.
Just brush that cocoa off your book into your cocoa.
Yeah, I've still got cocoa on the desk. All right. I've got Twizzlers, gum, cocoa. Let's try this cocoa. So yeah, I don't know what all you said about David Bowie, but that's kind of sad what actually happened. Not just because of the fact that he was a very talented musician, but he was also a human being, and it's terrible. But he's got his music, and stuff. We've still got that. Did you talk about the album at all and how crazy kind of that thing is?
I did actually. I briefly went over how like it appears that it was an album that was supposed to be listened to posthumously.
Yeah, which is weird. Is there another instance in the music industry where that has actually happened?
I was talking to someone earlier, and they gave me an example that I cannot remember of an artist who died, and their album kind of came across this way. I don't know if it was written in the same way where this album feel like specifically the song Lazarus feels like Bowie is talking to you from the grave. I don't know if the other album has that much of the vibe to it. Like the first lyrics of Lazarus are he's like, "Hey, look up here, I'm talking to you from heaven," or something. Like it's a very strange thing now that he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a very strange thing when he was alive. Like people were having a little bit of trouble interpreting some of that stuff when he was alive, and now it seems to make more sense.
Yeah. What is your favorite Bowie album that's come out?
So
out of the ones that you've listened to.
Here's the thing: I've only listened to 4 of them. 5 of them now, I guess. Out of 26, I think I've heard 5 of them. So I don't know if that's even a fair thing.
Okay.
If you'd like to hear my thoughts on at least 3 of them, you should listen to the podcast I mentioned earlier. I Can't Know Music, I'll Know Music.
Yeah. All right. This is still really, really hot. I'd like to. If I don't know. I'll try a little bit.
You can blow on it. Sometimes Mom told me that when my food was too hot, you can blow on it to make it feel better.
To make it feel better. It's still too hot for me, even when you blow on it. We'll have to let it cool just a little bit longer.
How long has this podcast been going? Just curious.
We've got about an hour and a half.
Okay.
So, if you would like, I could try the gum and finish and finish most of this, and then I will have consumed at least a little bit of all of it. I can do the cocoa last.
Sure. I mean, you can try to. I mean, do you want to eat the gum and the Twizzlers together? Like that seems gross. You're just gonna keep.
Well, there's 2 things of gum in here, so I can at least have one of them now, and then just try it, just to see what it is, and then we can move on, and then I can have the last one later.
Sure.
I'm gonna open it up.
We got some new people in the chat. Jerby is eating the contents of an MRE. He is mostly finished at this point. So let's, from your perspective, Drewby, what is your favorite food? What's your favorite food prepared by your favorite way?
That's a really hard question because I like a lot of different stuff. Some of the stuff I like, panko chicken, which your wife makes, is really good. I like a good Italian meal like manicotti. A good lasagna is also great. Burgers, I like those as well. A good prepared burger. So,
what's your least favorite meal that you've ever had? The chat thought you might say Captain Crunch is your favorite meal.
No. Least favorite meal or the worst ever. It's probably something I came across on accident. Like when we were in South Carolina, I tried the macaroni. I thought it was hash browns, but it was actually macaroni and cheese. That wasn't very good at all.
All right, so from bad macaroni and cheese to the best panko chicken you've ever had, where on a scale of 1 to 10 where does this meal lie?
This meal, as a whole, would probably be all right. So if we're saying a 1 is the macaroni and cheese and a 10 is
Yep.
the panko, I
Yep.
probably give this a 3, maybe a 2.
Okay.
I say
I was
3
kind of
just
expecting you to stay at the 1.
no, because the meat wasn't terrible. The bread was not great, but it was still the wheat. I don't. It's just. I've had worse. I've had worse than this. When I say worse than this, let me clarify. But this would not be nearly as bad if the rice was not so absolutely terrible. And when I say terrible, I mean that rice was bad. It's really bad. So
We have a vegan in the chat trying to propagate that all meat is terrible.
it's not true. I'm just say that it's not true. All right.
I thought that was gum. Sorry, you just ate another one of the Twizzlers.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a bunch of these little Twizzlers. So, all right. I see cocoa. Just a little bit longer. This is great. We're kind of running to a bot because we're running to a dead end because we're running long, and this cocoa is still really, really, really hot. So, I don't know how we want to. Yeah, it's really hot.
Put an ice cube in it.
All right.
So continuing the epic saga where I try to sell Drewby to a potential suitor that is a lady. Also note that he has Black & Decker tools under his table. This proves that he is a handy man. And note the bliss text that is also on his table. This proves that he has non-chapped lips that are also minty to the taste. That is something that I presume every lady is a fan of, and he's coming back. He has an ice cube, a single ice cube, which he dropped into the cup.
All right, I went to reach into my ice tray, into the ice thing, and there was no ice in there. So I was like, "How do I even have ice?" And then there was ice.
The chat is trying to make you an OkCupid profile.
No. I don't need to know.
No, but if you would like to sign him up for what's the all black dating website? When you find that, you should suggest that we should make Drewby a profile there, or the farmers, the all farmers dating website.
What is that? Farmers only?
Yeah, farmers only. Yeah.
Nice. All right, ice cube. Ugh.
Does not taste like cocoa?
Yes, it does. It does taste like cocoa. It's a little. It's not as. I don't. It's too watered down for my taste.
As the newly prescribed foodie on the culturalpeople.com, how much better would it have been if you had the tiny marshmallows?
A lot better. It would be much better. Marshmallow. Yeah, that'd be good.
Once again, these are the sacrifices our soldiers have to make.
We should everyone this coming Christmas send some tiny marshmallows to your soldiers in uniform.
This is potentially the stupidest podcast we've ever made. Chug the cocoa, Drewby. Come on. I want to get out of this podcast. All right, here we go. He's drinking it. He's doing what we refer to as a hashtag Drewby chug, which is potentially the second slowest way to drink to slow sips.
Maybe.
The chat said I should sell people as a living. That's messed up. I think we can all agree here that selling human beings is not a a good thing to do.
Oh, I need to burp.
Jerry, keep chugging your stupid coffee. I'm gonna look up Yahoo Answers to answer. That was
That's
Does
always
it
the
get better
popular
near the
segment.
bottom? Like, is it taste any better?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Did Rihanna and Leonardo DiCaprio ever date?
No.
What is the saddest truth about life?
Clowns.
What is your favorite K name for a girl?
Cassandra.
Who here really can't stand Sean Penn?
You. I'm halfway down.
Okay. What's the best way out of the military? In parentheses, Navy.
Report to your commanding officer the lack of tiny mushrooms.
Marshmallows, I think, is what you have to say.
Or that.
Do you feel that women should get equal pay as men?
No.
No, the question is worded. Do you feel that women should get equal pay as men, not equal pay to men, where they get paid the same? Do you think women should get paid as men?
No.
McDonald's or KFC?
Pizza Hut.
Are my mom and sister right to be angry with me?
Probably.
What do you do for happy? No, I can't read. Hold on. What is love?
Fireworks.
How do I get my parents to let me vote Democrat?
Disown them.
Hold on. I accidentally messed up my window.
Oh.
Which language do you love?
Close. Italian.
How many Leonardo DiCaprio movies have you watched?
One too many.
Should I buy a Powerball ticket or attend my son's Little League game?
You should go home and rethink your life.
Who are your favorite solo artists?
NSYNC.
Do you believe that
close.
Donald Trump can make America great again?
Yes.
Hitler or Donald Trump? What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? Like, I'm a very conservative person. I think that Donald Trump is an insane person. I don't understand why people would like him. But in what world is he even anywhere close to, like, he may even be considered a racist who wants to, like, build a wall so Mexicans can't enter our country. But in what world would is he comparable to Hitler? Oh my goodness, I hate the internet.
Done. Oh, I might not need that laxative.
Finally.
I've got Twizzlers and gum, but I think we can both admit that we don't need to finish that.
Put the
I can
gum in your
finish those
mouth. We're going to chew this gum during the outro so I can get out of this.
Cinnamon.
Good question for you real quick before we end the Yahoo questions. There's a question that says, why are most vegans so pushy and judgmental?
It's because they feel inferior to us meat eaters and are trying to raise themselves up higher to make themselves feel equal.
I feel like meat probably hurt them as a child.
They got beat with a hot dog. And it was just, yeah.
Is everyone addicted to at least one thing?
No.
I'm not reading this anymore. We need
All
to
right.
end this podcast, Ruby.
Let's
How's
close
the
the show.
gut? How's the gut?
It's cinnamon and it's good. And I'm gonna stay up. I'm not gonna eat the second piece tonight. As a soldier, I'm gonna save this for later in the day when I get hungry. And I need something to do. The Twizzlers, I'm gonna save for later as well for when I need a little bit more energy. When I'm in the middle of fighting all those bad guys. But I have consumed at least one piece. I've 50% of the gum and almost all of everything else except the Twizzlers. And I do not want to eat an MRE again anytime soon. I am done. Michael, how can people find you on the internet?
My name is Michael Nip. You can find me at twitter.com/Michael Nip, MICHAELKNIPP, or facebook.com/TheRealMichaelNip.
If you want to email the show and let me know, encourage me, hey, Kratz, Dribby, you ate an MRE, that was terrible. Or, Dribby, you're a weenie. Podcast at thecultureofmypeople.com. If you want to follow me personally, it's facebook.com/Drewby132. I'm on Twitter at Drewby132. Check out some of the other podcasts on the site. We have 2 other shows. I Can't Do Music, I'll Do Music. Michael talked a little about that earlier, where him and another host on the site, Blake, enter in. They talk about albums and they kind of dissect them. It's a good show. You should check that out. I know that podcast has changed kind of the way that I view music, or at least specifically albums in general. So definitely check that out. And then another show that I host with another host, Mark, where we talk about TV shows. We're going to be starting up here again soon. I don't know about this week, maybe, but at some point before the TV shows start back up again, we'll probably do a little review show and talk about, kind of set the place for where we're going as we launch into TV, as the TV shows start coming back. So keep an eye on the site for that. I think that's going to be about it. I am going to go die somewhere. I'm going to go crawl in a corner and die. Michael, do you have any parting words?
This may be the worst podcast we've ever done.
If you can think of a worse podcast that we've done, please let us know. I'm actually curious if you think there was a worse podcast that we did.
Did you talk about the email? Okay, there we go. Podcast at thecultureofmypeople.com. Sorry.
Yes. Yep, I did. All right. So for this week's episode of hashtag Follow the Conversation, episode 58, this has been your host, Drew B., and my co-host.
If 50 is golden, what is 80?
35.